Good morning, and welcome back to my channel. Igama lam nguLwando, and this is Events with Lou. On my channel, I share information about events. I plug you on decor stores. I try give you some tutorials on the few things that I know, hoping you can learn one or two things that can make you some extra cash, and if anything, actually get you started in the business of events if that's where your interests lie. Today we are talking about mentorship. Guys, FYI, if you are interested or if you've ever had thoughts about being mentored by someone, this is your opportune time to approach that person in kind. Event planners have got next to no events. We have all this time to offer. If you want to be mentored by someone, approach that person now. If you're watching this video, text that person now and say, hello, my name is Lwando. What to text after that, I will tell you, because just coming up to someone and saying, hi, please mentor me, that doesn't work. But hopefully at the end of this video, all this information that I am going to share with you will give you enough of that want and be brave so that you can ask that person to mentor you. I am very humbled. So I have had quite a number of people contact me, whether it be through Facebook. Most of them have come through to my WhatsApp, where someone comes and they ask, Lwando, can you please mentor me? Lwando, I'm interested in events. I'd like to get into events. Lwando, can you please coach me? Lwando, can I please shadow you? And guys, just the thought of someone thinking of me in that light, the thought that a person sees me as being a person of influence to them, to teach them about this industry. From the beginning, when I used to get these, I was always so excited. I always wanted to help. I was always giving myself. Any time of day somebody texted me, I was always on the phone texting back and forth. Me being myself, I was always giving more because I never wanted the person to feel offended. I always wanted the person to feel like, yo, I texted Lwando. I was brave enough to text her and she responded in kind, because I know how it feels to text someone and ask them for something and umtu akblutik. I ended up getting so many requests that every day I felt like now I was starting to not only repeat myself, but I was really getting tired physically of typing and answering and being attentive. So I started getting stricter with my time, because I noted that I was helping people, I was giving advice, but nobody was coming back to me. Right now, I don't have someone I'm mentoring because everybody just vanishes into thin air once they get the information they want. I don't know what happens to it. I don't know what they end up doing. Only some come back to say thank you, but I don't have a person who's come through from a WhatsApp, I want to be mentored by you. They come through and I actually mentor them in the events field, and I can say that person. What I do have though is one lady who, she didn't come through to me saying she wants to be mentored by me, and it's so she lives in Joburg, but her homestead is out of Joburg. So she and a sister, I believe, started an events company. So when she's in Joburg, she's out of touch with the whole spec of things. So just to keep in the field of events while she's this side, she asked if when I have events she can come through and not shadow me, but to actually work with me. She offered her time for free to come to my events and help me set up as my staff. Day one, I think because the relationship was so honest in the beginning, she was clear with her intentions and I was clear with what I needed to do on my part. In the fact that I was getting free labor, I knew what I needed to do also for her to benefit from the relationship. So then when I realized that people were actually using me, people were coming to me, they were asking me for information, and then I'm abuye to say, yes, Lwando, you helped me, you didn't help me. Or, which is what I noted, was that people were a little bit presumptuous, wanting to be mentored when they actually didn't know or have enough experience or a background in the events field. And what I started doing, I'm clever, Mamos. I then started saying to myself, if somebody wants me to mentor them, if somebody wants me to take the time to even advise them way before we get to the mentoring stage. I'm going to start implementing some steps or hurdles for a person to get through so that they can be mentored by me. And if you have approached someone to ask them to mentor you and you are blue tick, these obstacles that I put through for my initiates is what is probably holding that person from mentoring you. So take note. So now I give homework. From the second you text me and I can understand that the approach is saying, Lwando, I want to be mentored. Hold up, wait a minute, it's a chopper. No, seriously guys. First things first, I asked them to watch all my YouTube videos and make sure that they subscribe to my channel. Oh yes, oh yes. Then I say to them, watch my videos, but not all of them. Watch the ones where I talk about the business, where I talk about business, and draft for me, what did those lessons teach you? I have yet to get one response from those. Second thing I ask them is, do you have a business plan? No. They go, okay, how about we start with the business plan before you watch my videos? Go Google the steps. It should be about 6 steps, probably around 3 to 4 pages for you to do some research, get some work in, get a little sweat in, really invest some time in the business instead of you asking me to invest my time. Do I get a response? Then I have the ones who say, Lwando, I'd love to learn what you do, blah, 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 blah. And I say, okay, cool. I have this event. I need it to come through. Dress down because you'll be working. Do they come? Because nobody wants to come and work for free. Free. It's a chopper. So there's one thing I also want to alert you guys. When you do approach someone to be your mentor, have a manner of approach. Don't just text the person and be like, hi, I want to be mentored by you. I love your work. Great. It's guys, it's a very nice chip on the back to tell me that you are a fan of my work. But if you're not willing to put the work in, rather stay my fan and not cross towards being mentored. People who want to be mentored need to be at a stage where they are ready to be mentored. That saying of, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. And the teacher will always know if the student is ready from the manner of approach. So if you're approaching me and you haven't done any homework, you haven't done your due diligence, I'm not coming for it. I'm going to tell you sweetly, go do those 3 things. And if you haven't done those, up until you do those 3 things, don't come back to me, because then we have nothing to talk about. You cannot say you are a fan of events, guys, if you don't know. Example, sometimes I ask them, so you say you are motivated by me and you want to get into events. Who else do you see in the industry as someone that, whose work do you follow? Who are the people that you feel like their work is the best? Guys, you cannot be in an industry and say you are fascinated by it and say that you love and have so much interest about it if you don't know the players. You are a fan of soccer, but you don't know about the war between Kaizer Chiefs and Pirates. I'm not saying know the players, but at least have knowledge about the teams and at least know the leagues, Imvela leagues and whatever else the leagues are there, DSTV. But if you say to me you're a soccer fan but you don't watch soccer, stop it, guys. This is why we are blue ticking you. This is why we are not taking you guys seriously when you approach us, because aniko seriasi. Obviously, you want to know, Lwando, Wena, do you have a mentor? Are you mentored by anybody? The answer is yes, I do have a mentor, and no, I'm not going to say who she is because I don't think that's anybody's business. The relationship that I have with her actually didn't even start out as a mentoring relationship. I think because the relationship started as a transactional one, she really liked me and she really liked having me around when she was doing setup. So what she would do is she would actually pay me. I promise you guys, she would pay me to come do stuff at her events. as an extra hand. And I would get there and be like, I have people to do this for you. You don't need me here. You don't need me here. But later on, I actually realized that she just liked having me around. And when I was around her, we started having really, really good, deep, in-depth conversations about the event space. She started opening up to me. She started sharing more information. She started giving me more tips. She started advising me about costings and pricing. She's one of the people from the beginning who always said to me, Rwanda, charge more for your bill. Rwanda, do this. Rwanda, why don't you look into hosting classes now? She really has played such a huge part in that I see her more as my sister than a mentor and mentee relations. The way it just happened, it was just so natural. And now I can call her even outside of being the mentor spec. And if I have like a real crisis at home and I just need an objective view, she's the person I'm gonna call. She checks me if she sees me post something that is not okay, or she sees that the post might create some controversy. She will text me and say, Lwando, have you thought about 1, 2, and 3? I'm advising perhaps take that down. Or sometimes I do respond and I say, no, I've actually thought about that. And then she'll say, oh, okay, I just wanted you to know the implications. Then she said, okay, then if you understand, then kudos to you. But she really, really, really cares about me being fully present, and she's the one person who taught me the business of events. Business ethics that I have, I got from her. It's now a matter of, I just want to see you do great. So anything you can sponge off me, Lwando, sponge off me. And that's why I love the relationship and I nurture the relationship, and more than anything I respect the relationship I have with her. Hence I will not mention who she is, because I don't ever want to do things and it's like I want to get affiliated or associated with hers. I'm with her so often that I don't upload that I'm with her. I do things for her that I don't always upload. Like I like just having my relationship with her being that. And that's the other thing. Most of the times when you approach us to be mentors for you, you're only doing it for clout. You only want to be associated with us. You're not really doing it because you really want to be mentored. That's why manner of approach is very important. If someone sees that you really have shown initiative, it will be clearly visible, and best believe they will be responsive to you. So I'm not saying that the fact that I don't have a person that I'm mentoring means that no one has put in the work. Maybe they have, but they haven't come back to me to say, Lwando Yazini, I've done this and that. It is lockdown, so there hasn't been any events or anything for them to learn on. But if you are interested, if you've been sitting on an idea to start your events company, this is the time, guys. Get onto the DMs, get their WhatsApp numbers. If you can, call them, introduce yourself, be nice, and tell them about your story. Tell them what you've done, then why you want them specifically to mentor you, and what it is that you want from them specifically, why they are the person that you approach and not everybody else. And when you then personalize the relationship, I promise you, you will get a better response. And this goes for me too. Manner of approach, guys, very important. If I say to you, go do 1, 2, or 3, I'm not doing it for fun. I'm doing it because I'm testing to see if you really are serious. And also 3, it's part of your learning journey that at some point in events, you can't always be spoon-fed everything. You need to learn to hustle. I really hope this information has been influential to you guys, and please do not by any means take this as me having a big head saying no, I'm too what not. No, guys, I'm saying to you, if you want to be mentored by someone, pull up your socks, put in the work, and they will also reach out to you and meet you with the same energy. If there's anything you want me to talk about that you feel will help you, please do let me know. Please do leave your comments, like, and don't forget to subscribe. We are pushing for 2,000 subscribers so much. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to spread the word. Goodbye.